Get ready for the Leader Chat Room with Paul Kramer, featuring Lifestyle Elite Global Marketing Directors.
Good morning, Lifestylers. Paul Kramer coming to you once again live from the Leader Chat Room at Lifestyle's home office in Toronto, Canada. Come on in, everybody. We've got a fabulous guest lined up today. Really looking forward to talking to this elite global marketing director of Lifestyles. And let's get started right away. We might as well introduce her to you. She joined Lifestyles in August of 2003. She was promoted to International Marketing Director in February of 2014. She was promoted to Global Marketing Director in October of 2015. She's nominee of the 2012 Rising Star Award and a winner of the 2013 Highest Group Growth Award. So let's welcome from Dago City, Global Marketing Director Doris Edillo. Good morning, Doris.
Good morning, Sir Paul. Greetings from Philippines.
Well, you look happy, you look excited. How are you feeling?
I'm good, excited, and overwhelmed.
Well, don't be overwhelmed. No reason for that. We are going to have a great conversation. We're going to talk all about your Lifestyles journey and your life, because it's a great story, and I know it's going to be inspiring to a lot of people. So are you ready to get started?
Yes, I'm excited.
Good. All right, so let's go right back to the beginning. We've got a great picture here of you, and you are the cutest kid I've ever seen, pretty much. So there you are in the top there. You're the youngest of 8 kids, right? You were born in Dago City, where you still live now. And that's of course in the province of Mindanao. And your father was a local government official. Your mother was a high school teacher. You know, money was tight, right? Because there were 8 kids in the family. But, you know, all your needs were provided for. So tell us a little bit about your childhood, what it was like growing up in Dagos.
I grew up with a very playful life when I was a kid. I really had a great time together with our neighbors. I used to hang around with them, and my parents used to bring me to prayer meetings every time. Every time they have prayer meetings, and what I usually do is to wait for the food to be served. That's what I really do as a child.
Right.
And they bring me to church. I have a beautiful childhood, Sir Paul.
Yeah, no, good memories. It sounds wonderful. You know, you excelled in school academics, extracurricular. We've got another picture here, which is really great of you as a school kid, right? You were often voted class president. You were also a Girl Scout. And I love this one, Doris. You won Miss Science. I don't know what year that was, but tell us about winning Miss Science, because it sounds like you're pretty amazing.
I was the representative in my school in the provincial level. So when I joined the event, I won the Bini Bini Agham in the provincial event. So that was amazing. It was my first experience to be exposed as a beauty queen at the age of 12.
Okay, that's starting young. Okay, good. No,
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I know in high school, you know, you faced the first big challenge of your life, right? And something happened. Tell us a little bit about what happened to your mom when you were in high school.
I was 13 when my mother died. She was suffering from an illness. It's actually a depression that it turned into anorexia nervosa, and then her body went down. So at the age of 13, at the age of 49, I think, she died. So I was left at the age of 13 with no mom anymore.
Yeah, that's tough for sure, and it's tough, for somebody to die at 49 is way, way too young. And then, all you and your siblings were still pretty young at the time, right? So, I know that was a tough point in your life, and your dad was on his own now, of course, and he faced a lot of challenges, managing finances. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know helping your dad manage his finances or seeing his struggle with finances taught you a valuable lesson about being self-sufficient, right? And having enough money in the future so that you would never have to worry about anything. And just tell us a little bit about how that shaped your life going forward.
Yeah, I saw my dad working so hard because the rest of my siblings were already in college and I was the only one left in high school. So I saw him how he worked so hard, earn another living aside from the main job. He also did part-time job, being a lecturer in one of the cooperatives in Digo City. So I saw how he worked so hard, and I really appreciated how he really cared for every one of us, just for him to provide every needs of our family members, my brothers and sisters.
Right. Yeah, and so you went on to go to college as well, and of course you originally enrolled in nursing, but you changed to physical therapy on the recommendation of your dad, right? Because at the time, there was a lot of need for that in the Philippines, right, for physical therapists. So you switched to that. But I want you to explain
Yeah.
this, Doris, because it says here that you also ended up working at Jollibee. I'm going to forgive Doris for that, but you you ended up working at Jollibee in your first year in college. So tell us what happened in year one and how you went from nursing to physical therapy to Jollibee.
It was in my college years that I really want to experience how it was to being a working student, because I was seeing a lot of successful people working hard during their college days. So when I get the chance after my nursing, because I shifted to another course, because at that time the nurses are so large in numbers that there was no
Right,
hiring from
right.
US. And then it was the PT course that are so in demand at the time. That's why my actually it was my aunt who advised my dad that he would really allow me to shift to
Mm,
PT, physical therapy. So that's why I had a second uh, from the first semester. It was in the second semester that I got a job in Jollibee. So I enjoyed working in Jollibee because I already started earning, and I love earning money because that's what I had in mind. I really love to earn at an early
yeah.
age. So, but then it was my dad, it was enrollment time for our physical therapy course already. Then I went to school to enroll, but then I had a hard time having go to school and then work in Jollibee. So maybe my dad saw how hard it was for me. So that's why he allowed me to he let me choose, you want to go to school or you want to
Mm,
work.
mm,
I said I go to school or you stop working in
yeah.
Jollibee. That's why I proceeded going to school. So I graduated as physical
Yeah.
therapist.
Yeah, and you graduated from that as well. But no, the one thing about Lifestyles Distributors, they all love to earn money. So that's one good thing that you had going early on. All right, so in second year, you met some handsome guy. His name is Jerwin. We're going to talk about him. Sorry, Jerwin, but you're part of the show today. We're going to talk about that guy. We got a picture here. I want to show everybody. So you met this handsome guy, Jerwin. There he is in the bottom. And he was also in school, second year, but he was apparently super attracted to you, Doris. He just fell in love with you right away, and can't blame him. And But you were playing hard to get, right? So you were just giving him such a hard time. Tell everybody about that, and sort of your romance with Jerwin, how that got started.
It was an amazing love story, Sir Paul, because among my classmates, it was Jerwin who was the most attractive.
Oh, okay, good.
I got attracted to his nice set of teeth, his macho
Ah,
body, his his intelligence,
okay.
because he's
Yeah, but
intelligent.
Jerwin, that was third on the list. Your intelligence is third on the list. Okay, go ahead. Keep going, Doris.
And then there were plenty of my classmates who got an admiration on me. and I and they were so obvious, but it was Jerwin that he was really a silent
Mm.
type. You cannot see him, you cannot see him courting me, because the rest of my classmates were very
Mm-hmm.
forward.
Mm-hmm.
They really do some actions, but Jerwin was so silent.
Well, I think there's a good lesson, guys. There's a good lesson out there for you guys. Listen to this. Okay, well that's great. So you started dating Jerwin, right? And sort of around this time, we're getting close to where your lifestyle's journey starts, Doris, and we're gonna get into it and in a second. But folks, we've learned quite a bit about Doris. There's no doubt about that. But of course, we've got more to learn about her, and the best way to do that, as you all know, is to play Fast Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Fast Talk.
It's time for Fast Talk
With PK.
All right, folks, we're here with Global Marketing Director Doris Edillo. Doris, you know how this game works, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we got a case of Intra here. We got 9 bottles. We need you to pick a number, and a random question is going to come up. I'm going to ask you that question, and you've got to answer first thing that comes to your mind. Okay, so give me a number.
7.
Number 7. Okay, here's the question, Doris. What song best describes your life now?
My life is beautiful.
Is that an actual song? Okay, good. Okay, well, we got to find that song. We got to find that song. Okay, all right, give me another number.
3.
Number 3. Okay, what do we have here? All right, if your son was watching now, I'm sure he is, what is your message to him?
Elijah, what I am doing now is for you.
Well, that's a great. Go ahead. And you love him. Okay, perfect. That's great. That's
I,
good. Yeah, I met Elijah. He's a great kid. So he takes after his parents, no doubt about it. So that's fabulous. Very good answer, Doris. Very good. All right, give me one last number.
what?
Number 1.
Yeah,
All right, here we go. How would you describe Jerwin in one word?
clever.
Which word?
He's clever.
Oh, he's clever. Okay. All right, Jerwin. This is looking good for you, Jerwin. This is looking very good. Okay, Doris, thank you so much. Those are great answers. Thank you for playing Fast Talk. All right, we are back with Doris. Okay, so after you and Jerwin started dating, your career was not what you expected it to be, right? And you faced another major challenge with your father, with your dad. Tell us what happened at that point.
During that time, after graduation in 2020, 2020, since there was no hiring as PT in the US, we went to look for a job after graduation. So during that time, it was very minimal. There were very minimal jobs for us. So at that time, we were left with no choice but to avail whatsoever job is available. But I was often overqualified
Mm-hmm.
because I graduated with high grades, and we graduated as um uh a physical therapist
Right.
already. So we passed the board exam, and then all the jobs that I was applying, they told me that you are so overqualified. So that's why we had no choice but to. I was hired as a sales agent in a Junrex. It's a cell phone industry in Cebu, but only for 6 months because they were trying to hire me as a regular employee, but I did not like the
Yeah, yeah.
job. I really did not like the job because I already experienced how it was to being an employee. I woke up early. I was the first one to get to get inside the office, but then I was the last one left. Uh, all the rest were already gone. It's like I'm the owner. but but when I have a overtime, but when I got my salary, oh my God, my salary was my overtime pay was equivalent to my tax.
Right, right, right. Right.
I got so 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 that's why during the time when Jerwin was we both applied for
Right,
Taiwan
right,
as an employee there. So OFW, but it was only Jerwin who got hired. So I went to
right.
Digos. I went back to Digos. He went to Taiwan. When I went to Digos, I went in a hospital here in Digos as a an as how do we call that,
Mm-hmm.
employee, not regular, we say, how do I call it, um ordinary
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
employee, no chance to become a
Right, right.
regular. So I went to the hospital. I was just making cotton balls. I was thinking, I've been trying hard in my studies, and I end up doing this
Right,
thing.
right.
Minimally salary. That's why I got frustrated, and it was then after a year when my father was diagnosed with
Right,
cancer.
right. And I know Doris that your dad was diagnosed with cancer, and I know that this is where the product where Intra was introduced into your life, right, to help your dad, and I
Yes.
know that your dad had great results. He had tremendous benefits from the product, and and you mostly at that point in time were retailing the product, right? You had become a distributor, but you're retailing only, mostly because what you saw the product doing for your dad. So you had a high level of confidence in the product. But you needed income, right? And you wanted to increase your income. You're making little cotton balls in the hospital. It doesn't pay very much money. So we got a great picture here of GMD June EGOT, and of course, Global Marketing Director Peng Mendoza and Global Marketing Director June. And June is from Jensen, pretty close to Digos, right? And he introduced you to go to a meeting in Manila, National Gala. And you met Peng Mendoza at that meeting. I want you to tell us how that changed your mindset meeting these two people.
It was Sir June who told me sometime in 2004, 5, I think that was 2004, when he told me, Duray, you go to Manila, attend a gala. And then since at that time I was very eager to attend such event, so I was able to go there alone.
Right.
I went there very excited, and it was the first one. You know what happened, Sir Paul? I was the first one who was in the attendance. No, I was the earliest. I was the early
The
bird.
early bird, right?
Yeah, and then when I went to the fort, remember that
Mm-hmm.
place? Um, when I was there, I was the first one to choose the table where I should sit. So I was really sitting next to the corporate table, and I saw you there. In fact, we had pictures.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah. And then I was so very excited because it was my
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time. It's
yeah.
RLT during the morning, I think, and the evening, it was the National
Right.
Gala. And at that time, I saw GMD Peng. She was wearing a gold gown. And she was awarded, I think, at that time as the National
Right.
Ambassador. So I was wearing a gold gown also. So after the event, I was so amazed with the whole event. And then before I left, I really had a time picture taking with her. And then when I left home, I chatted her. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. And then she answered my text, and I never thought that she would answer me. Because I was just an ordinary distributor
Yes,
back
yes.
then. I was, I think I was executive director, a royalty from my
Right.
sister's position. So I was so overwhelmed when she answered me, "Thank you. You are part of it."
Right.
And I was so, I never thought of her answering me like that when she told me, "Thank you, and you are part of it." So I felt proud and happy, and never expected it that she would text me in
Right.
that way.
Right. Well, Jerwin, I mean, but you were still not really. You were more retailing still, right? Jerwin was still overseas at the time, but then he came back, and he had an opportunity to work in the U.S. But both of you decided not to do that. He didn't push through with that. He stayed in the Philippines. Um, and June invited you to another meeting, and this is where you sort of changed your mind. Tell us how you made the switch from just sort of retailing and to becoming serious about the business.
Actually, it was in 2011. It took around 8 years before we decided to do the
Wow.
business.
Yeah.
What took us so long was the chance of having to have a visa from the US. It was Jerwin who actually applied for a visa. At that time when, because there was recession time, it took eight
Mm-hmm.
years when he finally received his
Right.
visa. And but the contract was the thrilling one was it was he who will go first. It was him who will
Right.
go first. So we did not think about being separated from each other. That's why at that time we really opted not to go, not to pursue that career because we are so afraid, Paul, Sir Paul, when both of us will get separated because you know how handsome Jerwin is.
Yes, he's very dangerous by himself. This guy. Okay. well, well,
That's why.
well,
That's why.
well. So you stayed together. Jerwin didn't go, which is good. And then you started to work hard at this point in time, right? You just decided, okay, I'm going to commit to lifestyles. You started to climb the ladder of success. Of course, it wasn't easy. You had to make sacrifices along the way. But we've got a great picture here in 2014 at the ILC. Look at there's Sean and David. You won the highest group growth award for 2013, and this was at the 2014 gala. Tell us about some of the sacrifices you made, and how did winning this award make you feel?
When we started the business way back in 2011, we were we were really thinking that all our efforts should compensate with what we lost from the US income. So we really work hard so that we can earn as much as the earning in the US. So at that time, uh, we everyone was excited from Digos, all our team from Digos. They were all excited to get promoted. When I got my promotion, they were also thinking that they too can get promoted. That's why at that time, Digos City was so uh, uh, there was really a huge expansion
Mm-hmm.
of the business when we bought our Innova. The rest of the team bought their Innova also, their first cars. So I think that there were five brand new Innova cars that was released in Digo City alone. So we were so excited. The rest were so excited. That's why I got that award as the highest group growth award. And I was the first recipient of that award. That was the first, I think, award that they released from Lifestyles
That's right.
Corporate.
That's right. That's right. No, I know Digos, like you guys really put Digos on the map and helped Mindanao grow tremendously. And, you know, you're continuing to do great work there. And in 2015, only a year after the ILC, in 2015, you reached the top of the mountain. You became Global Marketing Director. We've got a couple of pictures here. I want you to tell us, well, this is your big why, of course, the reason you're doing it. Tell us about this, you know, what it means to you, Doris, to be able to support your family, to be able to give Elijah a great education, whatever he needs. Tell us what that means to you and whether you ever thought you would have that type of life.
Um, I really love to have a good life for our son. That's why we work so hard for him. We want to let him experience the best life that we could offer to him. We do our best because we want him to lead one day to be like
Mm-hmm.
us, to create impact to the world, just like what we're doing. That's why as much as we do, we share it to him what happened to our business, so that he will understand. And we keep on telling him, one day you will become like us. You will create a memory, and you you will create an impact to the world. That's what I have in mind. I don't know what happened to his future. The Lord has in store for him.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, your GMD lifestyle now, the things that you've been able to accomplish in the business, and you know, you worked hard, Doris. You earned this. You deserve every bit of it. We've got some great slides here of your GMD income, the cars you bought, the travels, and everything else. You know, when you see these pictures, tell us a little bit about, and all of this is, by the way, folks, of course, from the Lifestyles Opportunity alone, right? Jerwin's a distributor. You guys work the business together. Tell us, you know, what do you feel when you see these pictures and everything you've been able to do through Lifestyles?
Those are the products of our effort, and it's God's provision. And I know that He used Lifestyles as an avenue for us to make our dreams come true. And I'm very thankful to Lifestyles because all these things happened because of the business opportunity that you guys offered to the Filipinos. And because of this opportunity, a lot of people already are so blessed by the product, by the compensation plan, and so many people around the world are being helped by the products. They have extended lives because of the products, and because of the opportunity, we were able to bless so many people. We have grown
Mm-hmm.
spiritually, we have grown emotionally, physically, mentally. We have personality growth, Sir Paul. And it's only through Lifestyles that everything here that we accomplished, it's just, it's through Lifestyles. Thank you so much.
Well, you guys,
I'm
go.
emotional, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You guys deserve it, every bit of it for sure. And you know, you touched on it a little bit, personality growth, and I think that's so important. A lot of people, of course, you want to have the money and you want the success, and of course, that's why we're here to provide that opportunity to people. And you know, you've shown it. You have to work for it, right? There's going to be ups and downs. But along that journey of all those ups and downs is where you get that personality growth. And you know, I can see that with you, and I can see that with Jerwin. I've known you guys for a long, long time, right? Since the very beginning of your days and lifestyles, we've known each other. I've been to Digo City. I've seen you and Jerwin many, many times. As a matter of fact, he drives me around when I'm in Mindanao a lot, so I love that. But tell us a little bit about that personality growth and how important that is. And it's also really important because your son sees that, and that's what you're passing on to him, right?
I really love doing the lifestyle business because it helped us grow as a person. I never thought of helping people reach their dreams. We just thought about our dreams. And we did not know that it is in this business that you will help enough people get what they want so you can get what you want. That's the nature of the business. So by doing so, we are so much concerned about other people's lives right now because we too are thinking that they also need the opportunity for them to grow as a person, to earn a better life, to better income, to live a better life, and to have financial stability one day, to become healthy all the rest of the days as long as we live. So that's why I really love I really love especially that I had a lot of trainings. And GMD Peng used to bring me to a lot of trainings, especially personality growth training outside the Philippines. I had my experience when I was in Singapore. I was in Malaysia together with the rest of the GMDs, and it was only through lifestyles opportunity that I got this kind of experience in my life. So I'm so thankful and grateful to the opportunity, to you, everybody, from the corporate, to you, Sir Paul, and the rest, Sir Sean, and of course, Sir David, for bringing lifestyles to the Philippines. I'm sorry, I'm so.
It's okay. It's okay. I know. I know it can be emotional for sure. And just one last thing, Doris, before I let you go, I want to ask you, and I ask all the GMDs this: if somebody out there who's watching right now, they're interested in lifestyles, but maybe they're unsure, right? They're not sure if network marketing is the right thing for them, if lifestyles is the right company for them. What advice would you give somebody who's on the fence, unsure which way to go? What advice would you give that person with respect to lifestyles?
To those of you who are looking for opportunities to have personal growth, time, and financial freedom, I think this is the best avenue for you because this is a simple business. Although it's not easy. Why it's not easy? Because there will be personality growth. You will grow here. You will grow into the best version of yourself. You have from the start nothing until you have everything. Everything, like emotional growth, physical growth, spiritual growth, everything that to have to in order to have a balanced life. Because Sir Paul, we are trying to have a real balanced life here in lifestyles. But most of the people I knew is that they're not living happily. They are maybe they don't have a balanced life. But here we are experiencing time and financial freedom with personality growth, close relationship to God and to the family and to everyone. We have charity work here. That's what we are experiencing. So if you are like me, hoping to have a life one day, to have a beautiful life, might as well look at this opportunity. It's very simple, but once you embrace the mission, you will fall in love with
Well,
lifestyle.
that's great advice, Doris, and I think you're right. The balance is important in life, and time and financial freedom is important, and you've got that, and you've earned it. And I want to congratulate you and Jerwin and everybody in your group for all the success that you've had in Digos and all through Mindanao. And you know, the best part of this whole thing, Doris, is we're just getting started in the Philippines. We've got so many more great years ahead of us. And we're lucky to have people like you to come along for the journey. So I want to thank you very much for joining me today. And I look forward to seeing you soon in the Philippines.
Yeah, thank you, Sir
Say
Paul.
hi to Jerwin, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much for the
Thanks, Doris.
opportunity.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, folks, there it is. There she is, GMD Doris Edillo from Digo City. Great advice if you're unsure about joining Lifestyles. We can help you with financial freedom. We can help you with time freedom, personal growth. And I think Doris said it really well. It's getting that balance back in your life and having the time to do the things that you really want to do. So if you're interested in joining, today is the best day to join. I hope to see all of you soon in the Philippines. And that's it today from the Leader Chat Room. We'll see you next time. By the way, if you've missed any episodes, you can go over to our YouTube channel and you'll see the playlist there of all the Leader Chat Room episodes that we've had. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody, and good morning.